In your dream, you are together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Oh. Okay. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. I want that poster over my bed. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about her... God damn it. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be... I think I might like Link! Yeah! Like him? Like him? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We gotta talk after class. He's actually a total sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart too. He told me all kind of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also convertible that he himself... Oh, I thought it was saying he was a convertible. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, then why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Yabrushti's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Oh no, I'm gonna have to pick between her and Sanders. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in a botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spice. Secret spice. The man even gave me some, to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, did she just put drugs in her chicken? I think I'm being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. Besides, I only know one of the ingredients, so I doubt there'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. Make up a fake ingredient. How about, it is Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up in imagining such a thing. You figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, oh. You're interrupted. Oh, here comes the cherry blossoms. It's Japan, we're in a visual novel. On a horse. Of course. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. It's a beautiful horse. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him, you lost the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Sandals. Sandals? God damn it, I can't say his name. Colonel Sanders, but the word doesn't come out. Exactly right. What a horseable beaut you have. What a horseable beaut. Dang it, that's what I just said! Being such a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Pokeshadow just gets really nervous around people they like. This is not helping! I mean, they got food poisoning and they were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van, doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be real bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try to get a peek over Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one, I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting so immature. You're really just to die blah blah. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking now, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ain't you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You take a look at what they were hiding and you instantly recognize it. Oh, it's the chicken. It's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van, who hides the hook behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom, and its contents are a secret. You notice that they haven't even studied the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls over Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You have to watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a standing mixer. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van, sending him flying across the room. Oh no. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely she must know this is a ruse, right? Gentleman, get your hold of yourself. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then Sprinkle arrives. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I was spending the morning chasing cars all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkle regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we will review the global history of my favourite fowl, a chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, you truly do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, there was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss the most important parts. When you come to Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Pokeshadow, naturally this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit. Because of its shape and it's baked in, you reach out and... No! What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Oh. What is happening? Porco, what are you doing here? It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. A shimmering pepper. I feel like they'd be into that. Pepper Gaming, your body is not prepared for the heat. Oh, okay. My friend, ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message, ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through... to fulfill... the prophecy... You must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of... Oh. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Well, why would you offer it? We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared. Oh, whoops, wrong person. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. Level of your action. Competitive cook-off? Sure. Bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables of you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool! Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Pokeshadow. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Oh, just send a huge light blast to your face, flashing the words "timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Arrgh! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that we cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope the message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. And now's my chance to shine. What the hell is this? Why have you put a chain on your meat cleaver? I will defeat you. She's gonna fucking kill me. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one. You're feeling like you can really press some here again. It's time to boil some water for potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs... Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, cool. When it gets a belly rub from my furry belly. Okay. You're going to need to season the chicken before you cook it. It was 11. You might not know all the ingredients, but at least you head in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've gotten some, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most favors? Trust. Okay, never mind. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never... Okay. Next question. You better pick up the pace. When you're a child, your father told you never to forget. Where does it come from? Sure? Yes. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Okay, never mind. Don't maybe get the spray bottle. Okay, I believe in you, Pokeshadow. He's actually cheering me on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you totally made you forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it... Grrr. Which... What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't be focusing on challenge. You're falling behind. Oh no! Woof woof! You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over. Oh no! You toss biscuit. Oh, for fuck's sake, we're gonna make it stupid. Yikes! Bzz, bzz. I know you're loving nothing more than blah 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 blah. Sometimes it means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Pokeshadow does. What a good chef needs to is to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. Don't get far by going the easy way. Okay. Oh. Oh! Oh! What you often find is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hands. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Pokeshadow's injury. See, oh, okay. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Oh, that actually doesn't look too bad. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavors that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Pokeshadow to do the honors, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this cream of delight might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me a strong, steady hand. Oh. Okay, that's neat, but okay. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? How are you? He wouldn't want me to be jealous. Okay. Why? Your eyebrows fall off. Why? Should I restart? Did I fuck up? The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and they decide to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding. You're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and the small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. Whoa. I'll never be a master chef. It's a bad TV show. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in the culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked some other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed it as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight? I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that then I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you could see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in crisp white suit can be proud of. I'll create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Misdeeds? Did you fucking murder your partner? Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're erupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. It's the smoke monster. Burko! It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Oh, thanks, Borko. Glad there's no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right, and I picked defense first, thank you very much. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can always put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. Oh. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. I'd procured a copy of myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. Guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Pokeshadow, together I'm sure we can defeat them. Thank you, Senpai. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss? Oh, a personal invite. But you can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Oh. What? Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. I mean, just look at the size of his cock. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago I made a decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying my best to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel's eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Reveal it. He gave me his. I'll give him... yeah. I'll as ready as I'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you talk yourself out... Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Okay, sure. The shredded cabbage glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Luke's head hideaway. Magnificent! I'm not a fan of coleslaw, but sure, whatever game. One sec. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. He's gonna steal my fucking coleslaw. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but it seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping around his room with various items. Memories, blah, blah. Oh. This one actually does interest me. The frame photos of an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They're holding fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheering with them. Okay, that's... sure. You look closely and see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Cock. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real! Taxidermy? It must have been important to him when he was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot read, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." I can't see this one, so I want to know. Oh, no. No. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Not yet. I want this one. Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of the secret herbs and spices? Pretty. Yeah. Oh! Hello, ghost. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... can't you see I'm in the middle of something? Oh, sorry. Sure, what the fuck's this? who frames a baby picture of just themselves. Yep, just tap on an item. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the..." Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go. You take one off. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they mean? Oh. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on and wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. Oh no. He would appreciate the truth. You confess. I think I've developed— oh, okay, that wasn't what I was thinking, but I think I've developed feelings for you. I can't be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such a break— oh, you stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Pokeshadow. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Oh. Okay. But why though? You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on to respond? Blah, blah. Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeous plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Yeah, I mean, I would have fried chicken for breakfast, but not so much the biscuits. I don't know, I've never tried them. They're weird because they look like scones, but apparently they're savory, and I tried fucking cornbread the other day, and it messed with my brain, because it looked like a cupcake, it smelled like a scone, but it was savory, and my brain kind of short-circuited. Anyway, enough. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Oh. I don't want to insult him, but I don't want him to think I'm just trying to get in his pants. Oh, this is a tough one. Okay, splatter. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eyes as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Sanders-sama! Business partner? Couldn't I be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to oh, okay. I run away? This was one more day of school after all. University of cooking, dooking waits for no one. You get home and find something very oh. Why the hell? Where have you been? Because I have one heck of a— she fucked the robot. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just— but now it turns out you're fine, I can get up to speed of the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just so interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. She fucked a robot. Oh, okay. He took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly she fucked a robot. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? Oh, no, don't cry, sweetie. I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her, blah, 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 blah. And I went on a date too. back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent a night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Support. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. It's JoJo time. You arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not grasp that fact. Why are you here? Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly with Sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There's that horse in Colonel Sanders' ride to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Pokeshadow. I suggest I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have that. Oh yeah, right, I, horrifically broke my hand. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as things are close to boiling over again. Naturally intuitive person, he senses that something's been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Pokeshadow, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. But if I break my other one, will you... You've been on Reddit, right, Colonel Sanders? Winky? Winky? Okay, I'm sorry. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear you were passionate about how your food was received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Pokeshadow, I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more about your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Pokeshadow. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. Okay. Wait, when did I recover that? In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's the book? That looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't believe in that magic stuff. A literal fucking walking glob of jizz talked to you yesterday. Like twice. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? You highly underestimate nerds. I can think of one surefire— Oh, no. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. No. I am not forgetting my senpai. No. Don't do it. Take your friend's advice, you put it away. No, we are not forgetting senpai. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice, makes for a quiet amount. Blah blah blah. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Dogs can be rather unpredictable. Let him go for it. Oh no. There's a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs out the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you to never come back here! Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. Squirrel looks over, but doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles has set aside that his presence has been felt not only by Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Pokeshadow, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the classroom. Okay. I told you to save it for after class! You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Oh no. But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends like Jeff, J and J forever. What, just form a triangle in midair as we descend? Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can hold all the hands you want as you pedal down the mountain, or off a cliff for all I care. No. No! No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that Clank. In terms of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Wait, that said deep friend. I think that might have been a... Okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Why? Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall all over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate, but we mustn't distract from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam, TM. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a prep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is that silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say this out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. It's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or the whole year. So what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. Okay? And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it. No, we missed lunch, but that's where we get KFC. Oh well, you've decided to head to the arena early to prepare a dish, to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man-man, and his evil counterpart, Ashley. Why the fuck is her name that? As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on. Pokeshadow's famous chicken pot pie. Okay, I mean... Sure, I can pretend I would make that. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're quickly able to get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do... Your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders! Pokeshadow, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success, and I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off. Sup about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. It's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. Ugh. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that was made with a heaping help of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second now if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth! Sure, if that's what you're into. This is the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lay down the ground rules. There are no rules, except that it is to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've been practicing, are the dishes that will push you over the edge to victory. Oh god, I'd love some mac and cheese. Our KFCs don't do mac and cheese, but I haven't had really cheesy pasta in forever. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing to be big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to prove on something perfect. His original recipe, registered trademark fried chicken. Its intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10, with frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special moves as they prepare their food. This is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into itty-bitty tiny pots of broth. Best friend batter blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops an open sea urchin. He's gonna kill us all. Let's rock and roid. Okay. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets it on. I was hoping he'd be beeping, but 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Chad learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance rising will take us all. Self-destruct. No, they killed him! They killed him! As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she gonna use some dark magic to turn the tide? Ooh, no. Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm not turning her into a glob, even if she is a bitch. I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Pokeshadow. Sanders-senpai! Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Pokeshadow, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. Yeah, sure. Oh, you turn to notice that Miriam was at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, sure, cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of oh no. She's put fucking Newt into my thing, hasn't she? It's the secret. Oh, she's put Newt in! Okay, thanks, Miriam. The watery noodles begin to swirl, bubbling dark cloud. Okay. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? These pork monsters are many. I think Borko has a day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Oh. Steve notices the Gwimbra you have stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, I guess it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to! I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup, back in the old country. You can feel the spork monster winding up to tell you a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably pretty lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands? I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school when I fell asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he has to take the tin. Take the tin, for fuck's sake. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Give up. you summon extra power from deep within. I do kind of want to know what happened if I just said, fuck it. And what, sorry? Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds are prepared for their entire lives for... Yes, Pokeshadow, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. This power you'd summoned immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been prepared their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. In real life, I set the fire alarm off almost every single time I try to cook. Just saying. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which will be super useful because while you are powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Pokeshadow, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Abreast of your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese. In time, he's gonna put the fucking popcorn chicken into it. I remember that's a weird thing you Americans do. You like make mac and cheese and you put popcorn chicken into it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. Also, there were no rules, but what a guy! Colonel Sanders unfolds the delicate white towel to reveal the most... Yeah, popcorn chicken! And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have quite surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting we combine forces? We can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students. With that time expired, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. You must now prepare your dish to present to... You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall. The class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Bob? Clank? From off screen you hear a pure innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from the blue room closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet you see Pop hanging on a broomstick by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? Would someone ask for a wedgie? Who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad! It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing as he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs! May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your prank. I must say, it is not the worst prank in USCL history, but not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear the word beep and other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. He got fucking murdered! That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made... Oh, I love it. Tender udon noodles in soup, savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in the itsy bitsy tiny bowl? Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles? And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his tiny pink dog tongue to dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. And I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll just enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I see a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Yay, she passed. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Pokeshadow, for helping me to believe in myself. Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made Uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one of the urchin spines to form a different type of color? Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. It's a bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkle leads to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to pour at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine! Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Man, my tongue! Professor oh no! I can't eat this! I keep poking my tongue! Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gently into the night. Disqualified for glamour? This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Okay, sure. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delights. Oh, that actually looks really nice. Topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Go toast in your ears something. I told you, it's a display piece. Actually, I must say, it is beautiful. However, there's a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we even have an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insist, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley as she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! With that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to fake nice and being liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. Two chefs? Yep. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. That does actually kind of look good. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blown me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Hell yeah! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressed that even Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how can they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment. To get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school graduation dance. I'm gonna dance with Senpai! Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Oh, woo, woo, woo. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a renowned turntablist? Who can say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh no, they're hot. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. Sure they did. For a moment, you actually believe them. Oh, not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's written in the the school's bylaws. It was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. Now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster! He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster! Student tries to finish whatever you're saying, but everyone is too wrapped up by talking to it's Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love of her life in cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance, I wonder? Oh, it's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched directly upon his dirty chef hat a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to compete in the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. We have a new wing on school, not to mention the honour of educating the school. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparks and... No! Is he okay? He's okay. It's Clink, who was alive right to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's clear she managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Oh no, he's hot. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. No chips? Bad meal at KFC. There has to be chips, because the chips are one of the best bits. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to... I did! Go fuck yourself. The end? Okay. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders... Are we gonna smooch? Pokeshadow, what are you doing sitting all alone? You know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that we would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking Law and Academy and Learning, just to name a few. It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. Senpai! As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Pokeshadow. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his track. Work together? This is something I think I'll need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path for— Senpai? No! Can you live with only half of him? No! I suppose I can enroll at pastry school? Oh my... No! And oh, okay, you'll have me by your side, yay! The end! Okay, well that was... incredibly strange. I loved it, but at the same time, what the actual fuck just happened? I mean, just fucking look at this shit. Okay. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I think there are other options to play with the other characters, but I have been recording for nearly 2 hours now, and it is nearly midnight, so I'm gonna leave this chicken to rest. For now at least. I might come back to it later if I find there's something super cool and secret, but yeah, for now, that is it for the chicken.